All right. We did something else. We did something called Ignite
Mm,
with Colin Bradford.
that's right. Shout out to Colin Bradford.
Yeah. And Colin was fantastic because he was also tasked with the difficult job of compacting, weeks long training into a day,
Right,
or 2 days, over 2 days.
right.
It also very much touches on back to the basics, setting goals, having conversations, tracking your numbers.
Hmm.
But there was also something that really resonated with how to stand out and how to kind of get focused is your value proposition.
Right. If you're going to be a business owner and you're trying to get somebody to do business with you, aside from the product that you sell, that probably have 50, 5,000 Ontario, maybe 60,000 or more realtors
Mm,
can sell the same product.
right.
What is going to make you stand out? What is the level of value that you provide over and above what the next person is going to
Exactly.
offer?
Yeah.
What stands out? Why you?
Right.
Why you when I can go to her? Why you when I can go to them? Why you when I can go to him?
Yeah. And I think that you do a good job. I don't have a value proposition written out, and it's something that I really need to work on for a listing presentation.
It's a mission, a vision, and a value proposition.
Hmm.
So, mission statement, vision statement, and a value proposition.
Yeah, I need to work on that.
Right.
We'll revisit that on another episode
For sure.
of
We'll
what
read
our
them out.
mission.
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
let
read them
everybody,
out.
because I have one on the back of my, no spoilers, I have one on the back of my listing
I
presentation.
know, and I want to have mine before we read yours.
Right.
Thanks. Okay. Another training. Like I'm looking at the list here, and like we've been
Weeks on weeks
knees
on
deep in.
weeks of training.
Yeah. Like, and these are weeks long. Like Bold was 8 weeks. I mean, family reunion was a
5 days,
weekend,
4 days.
yeah, 4 days in California. But we recently did a training and education uh, 7 week session with Chris Constantine
You know,
at
with our
our
good
office.
friend, Chris Constantine.
Respected mentor.
Yeah. Shout out, Chris.
Yeah, leader's choice.
Mark Leader.
Mark
So a
Leader.
lot of people who have been in the real estate industry may have heard of Mark Leader before. I didn't, to be completely honest. I didn't
Oh, I had no idea.
until until Chris presented us with the opportunity to do this training thing, which is so funny. And I'll just preface with the fact that when we came back from family reunion, we had a conversation. You, myself, Kelly Fletcher, and Eric Finette.
Mm,
We're all kind of doing this postmortem kind of thing about family reunion, and the common thing was, what's going to change?
mm-hmm,
What changes now?
mm-hmm.
What do we do different to propel our business forward? Because it's just like we didn't want to continue to do the same things and achieve the same results. We wanted to implement our training, also because we paid for it,
Yeah,
right? But we wanted to see the outcome of what if
yeah.
we did. So you and I, especially, Kelly had an office here within our office in Moncton. You, myself, and Eric did not.
No.
We were talking on the way back. We're going to put our butts in the chairs in the bullpen. And the bullpen, for those who don't know, is a place for us realtors who don't have an office within our office or a leased space to go sit, work, and get stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, the years prior to, it just be more of a come and go type of thing. But we said we're going to make a pact to be in the office, butts in that seat, unless we have an appointment or closing, whatever it is, Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
9 a.m.
Yep. Just show up.
Just show up.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, you know, we would see Chris come in and out. He's very, very busy and whatnot, but he would see us there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the greatest compliments to date was from him
Yeah.
when he comes over and he says, "Hey, would you guys be up for doing a little bit of this training here that I'm putting on? Not a lot of people, but I see you guys in here all the time,
Yeah.
busting your butts, hustling. I'd like to invite you." And I was just like, man,
So a huge compliment.
a huge compliment. I
And
thought it
then
was great.
I saw a ton of potential in us also from that moment.
Right.
That I was just like, okay, if this like respected, experienced realtor is not kind of seeing is seeing us show up and is
Hmm.
putting faith in us, we have to put faith in us
Yep, we do.
because somebody else does who's been in it a lot longer than we have.
Right.
And I think that was when not there have been a few moments throughout the year that I've been like, oh, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and other people can see that, I just have to keep my foot on the gas.
Right.
And that conversation when Chris was like, "Can I talk to you guys in the boardroom for a minute?"
Hmm.
I was like, "Oh my God, he's going to tell us that we're causing a ruckus because we're
We're
having
too
too
loud.
much fun in the bullpen."
We're too loud. Too many people stop and talk to us.
Yeah,
You're distracting everybody.
yeah,
Erica and Mike.
yeah. We have an
Now we
office.
have an office. Yes.
Yeah, look at us now. It's
Right.
like, yeah, we have our office.
Right.
In the office. So,
But I totally agree with you. It's just like if somebody else sees the potential and the hard work that we're putting in,
yeah,
we need to look at ourselves with that same type of grace. We need to, you know, really take what we're doing seriously and be excited about that.
right. Just keep moving, keep showing up. It's
But
the
those
theme of the
eight
year.
9 yeah, yeah, those 8 9 weeks with doing Leader's Choice,
Yeah,
Mark Leader thing. He's going through and it was recorded. It's so funny. It was on CDs. If you don't
Chris had
remember
to
what
bring in
CD,
his
if you're
CD
listening to this,
player.
so a CD used to be a plastic. I'm just kidding. Used to
A
put into it.
CD. Yeah.
That's right. But the Leader's Choice thing was super cool because even though it was an older training
2002.
tool, 2002,
Yeah.
21 years,
Yeah.
21 years, right?
I know.
The theory is the same. And what it was is that even though the method of doing things is different now,
Mm-hmm.
it's so funny. He's talking about like fax machines and all this
I
other
know.
stuff
Like,
over there. I was just like,
show up and give them the key,
100%,
and
yeah,
you've got your binder with your new listings.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So a fax machine, if you don't know what
Yeah.
a fax machine is, this little box. Right.
has
So
its
many
own
things
phone
have
number.
changed. Had an own phone number. Used to be connected to a telephone cord attached to the wall and whatnot.
So funny.
But yeah, week one, don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Right? Do not reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
We've heard so many times from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent and our training, success leaves clues, and successful people have done this before us.
Right.
So why are we trying to go against the grain to try to find success in any other different way?
Completely agree.
I mean, as I said this before, well, in that same, this week at the book club, it's that saying is don't reinvent the wheel. But I came, like I grew up when the music videos and stuff like that were, it'd be the same wheel, but they'd put like a set of rims on those wheels that would spin
Right.
after you stop. So the thing was just like, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel, but I'm just gonna enhance my wheel. I'm gonna shine it up real
Sure.
nice, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some spinners on it, and or not necessarily gonna do that in my family SUV now, but
It's so funny that you say that because you talk about enhancing like something that's like basic that you don't need to reinvent.
right,
You talk about like cars and wheels on cars and like rims. My analogy is cake.
it's cake.
Yeah.
It's cake.
Yes, because it's like use the recipe and the ingredients to bake a cake basic. Like get your basic
It's a
cake.
basic cake.
Yeah, like your flour, your sugar, your eggs. Then if you want this, so that's like your leads, your conversations, your listings. That's your like basic recipe.
Okay.
But if you want to really enhance the cake experience, you get like maybe some
Go on with this.
fancy
People need to hear
icing.
this. Fancy icing.
Fancy icing, maybe some edible glitter. That's your personality and your charm and your charisma. You get it. I know you get it.
That's fine. We'll just leave the analogies to me.
Okay.
There's little examples. No,
That's-
I
no,
see
you
I see
know-
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you know what? Here's my thing. So you know what? If you're talking about your example would be like cake.
Yeah.
So you're like the Martha Stewart of real estate. So just making
Except-
the cake, and then you enhance it by bringing Snoop Dogg in. Dog pound. Dog pound.
Yeah, we're Martha and Snoop.
No, I'm just using that as the example
Oh,
about enhancing the cake making experience. But that's what it was. Don't reinvent the wheel. Enhance the wheel
use
if you
fancy
want to.
icing.
But
Yeah.
that's how I use fancy icing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, next one.
Next one.
This is a big one.
This is so exciting because this is exactly who you and I are.
Yeah. We haven't really tapped
as
into
people
Yeah.
with our families.
Yeah.
Just the things that really stand out to us.
Hmm.
So you go ahead, tell everyone how this all came.
So I don't think we've actually like talked yet about our extensive love for Disney. I mean,
I
I'm
haven't
sitting,
yet.
not really,
No,
no. But those who know, if you know, you know.
that's the truth.
If you know, you know.
This one is, yeah,
Yeah.
not
Anybody
no
in our
Eminem
office knows.
stuff. No,
Not
this
M&M
is
stuff. No, this is like if you know, you know.
truly
If you walk by our office, you know that we have a Disney wall. We're Disney families. It's just very important to us. So back in 2018,
hmm
late 2018, early 2019, I'd only been licensed a year.
right,
And so I was looking at trying to do marketing for myself, and I Googled Disney real estate, hoping to try and find some type of like marketing image that I could use
right,
to be like, I like Disney and I'm a buyer's agent. And I stumbled across this website called Agent of Excellence. And when I clicked on it, it was an in person 5 day training program at the Grand Floridian outside of the Magic Kingdom, training and real estate course that would teach realtors the Disney level of service that they would need to, that they could incorporate in their real estate career. And it was like 6 grand US.
right.
And so I said to my husband, Sam, I was like, Sam, I was like, this is what it is. And our daughter, Lucy, wasn't even 3 at the time. And I'd only been licensed to sell for a couple of years.
Right.
And so we had a really big talk and said, like, maybe that's like a goal that we'll set for like a couple of years from now.
Okay.
And then COVID happened
Right.
and we got pregnant, and they ended up switching the Agent of Excellence in-person course virtually. And I
Right.
just kind of let it be, knowing, hopefully that one day I would eventually, and I would talk about it here and there.
Mm.
And
Mm.
then we were in the bullpen one day this summer, early summer,
Right.
and I was talking to you and a
hmm
colleague, Nick Dunfield,
Right.
about I think we were talking about Anaheim and about
Right.
how much fun we had at Disneyland to Nick because he didn't go to family reunion.
Right.
And I said, "Did you guys know that there is a Disney real estate training course?" And you were like, "What?"
Right.
And we looked it up and we were like, "We should do it."
Totally.
For it's again 7 weeks, and it's put on by Monica Shea. Shout out to Monica,
Hey, Monica.
who's an OP for Keller Williams, so KW Aspire in Colorado,
hmm
and she created this program and was able to obtain the help of Dan Cockrell and Valerie Cockrell. Dan is the former VP of Magic Kingdom. He was at Disney for 26 years, and his wife Valerie opened Disneyland Paris. And so this 7 week training course with the former VP of Disney, of Magic Kingdom, Epcot, I think as well at some point, and Valerie, to do these training modules, and we would have these weekly Zoom calls with agents from across, well, across North America. There are actually only 4 agents in Canada, or 4 realtors in Canada,
Including you and myself.
including you and myself, with
In
the,
Canada.
yeah, 4 in Canada, 1 in Toronto, and 3 here in our office,
Right.
because Nick did the training with us,
With us. Yep. Yep.
to have the Agent of Excellence designation, that we are certified in Disney level service for real estate with our jobs and our careers.
And anybody that knows anything about Disney,
Mm.
regardless if you've gone once and you'll never go again, which I have zero
Oh.
clue. I mean, different
Each
strokes
to
for
their
different.
own, yeah,
Each
yeah,
to each your
sure.
own, right?
But
Or you are an annual pass holder or a Disney Vacation Club member, or you go all the time, and you truly love it, and it's everything about your being. You have to have been living under a rock if you didn't have any idea about how serious Disney looks at top
everything.
notch. I mean,
There's systems and models,
over the top customer service.
right? And the systems and models that they have implemented
Right.
so they can focus on their customer service.
And they found ways to analyze what they were already doing and to make it better. Again, you know, Walt never invented the wheel of an amusement park or a fair.
No.
That's where he did, a lot of his market research and studied it to open his own for his girls.
Mm-hmm.
Was to take that wheel and enhance it.
Exactly.
The mega mega company that Disney
Hmm.
is
Is a
it's
product of that.
it's incredible.
Yeah, right. And so we were so fortunate to be able to take part in this course, because it does combine things that are important to us.
Right.
And so we can share that level of service. I mean, I think we've always known that we would deliver that quality level of service. What,
Because we care so much,
right,
though.
yes. But because we have this agent of excellence designation,
Hmm.
that it's almost like a badge of pride
Right.
certifying that we know we've always known that we're going to give that level of utmost care. Now we've just done the training that made sense to us,
Hmm.
where we even did up our own map that coincides with real estate because the training resonated so much with us.
Exactly.
We weren't learning, oh, this is how you do customer service. We were learning, this is how you implement your customer service skills to the next level.
The great thing about that map, when we told everybody on week 2, that first week, we chatted about how we can build that map
Mm.
for real estate. And it was so exciting for us. So right away, I got on Canva, started doing everything. And, with all the notes that you guys were taking, we just included all the, and then we unveiled it the next time around. Monica said, wow, that's exciting. Can't believe after a few years of this,
Mm-hmm.
that's a really, kind of think of something like that.
Yeah. So there's a reboot education day in February, first week of February
Okay.
at Epcot.
Making Magic reboot.
Yeah, and they only do one a year.
Mm,
And after you're done like your 8-hour course,
mm-hmm.
refresher course,
Mm-hmm.
you get to go to Epcot and like go around the world with Dan and Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Celebrity.
yeah, I really want to go.
You should go.
I want to go. And I think that, Sam, if you're listening to this,
It's
I
Sam.
put it out into the universe. Yeah, Sam, if you're listening, I really want to go. I think it's important. It's continuing education.
Right.
And this is just combining two things that we love, learning and Disney. So it was win-win.
And going back to what I was talking in the very beginning, the constant education, the constant process of trying to better ourselves and help us stand out, to be top of mind.
Mm,
Agent of excellence is so important to people like you and myself,
yeah,
and to Nick, because this is who we are
right.
and it matters to us. This agent of excellence thing is not going to be able to apply for everybody who doesn't have an affinity
Mm,
or as large of a love for Disney.
hmm.
And I get that because there's so much training out there that people can take.
Hmm.
But to us, we're able to explain how important and how impactful this training is to us,
Hmm.
and how it will extremely benefit our clients by working with an agent of excellence. And
100%.
for that 100% sets us apart.
Yeah. I'm so grateful for the
Me
training.
too. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah. Because it really has done nothing but help and will continue to help.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And recently, the most recent one we've
Oof.
done, this is like also game changer. We attended Gene Rivers and Jason Abrams
Oh, yep.
in Halifax
Yes.
in September.
Incredible. Incredible. So we attended a breakout. So I'll just kind of circle back
Mm.
the
A full
family
circle
reunion.
interesting for the year.
It's yeah, it's funny, right? How that kind of goes on. We start in February, just have our eyes completely opened by how amazing all the training is. So in family reunion, they have a few days of breakouts where it's very, very difficult to choose which breakout and training session you want to do, because they fill a convention center, all these different rooms. They will have social media breakouts, they'll have open house breakouts with a panel, they'll have certain training with certain individuals, right? Just tons and tons every day. Tons of training in the morning, you can only choose one. Tons of training in the afternoon, you can only choose one.
Hmm.
So over the course of 3 days, you really have the only the opportunity to attend 6.
Yeah,
And there was probably 70 or 80 different breakout sessions over the 3 days.
for sure.
And a lot of these rooms fill up depending on who the speaker was, who the panel was, and whatnot. We were lucky to see Gene Rivers
Yeah.
in one of the breakout sessions. because I was asking around and people said, "Oh, you got to go see Gene."
Mm-hmm.
I so amazed by Gene Rivers at family reunion, and couldn't stop talking about, how important his message was, how many notes I took, and everything else like this. To find out that Keller Williams Select Realty, in accordance with Keller Williams, you know what I mean, Capital, and everybody else kind of pulled together, and Keller Williams Select brought Gene Rivers in.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw him come in, I was like, I lit up. I looked over at you and it was
Oh,
exciting.
yeah.
It was exciting. I said, now we get more than just 1 hour with Gene.
Yeah. It was a full day.
You get a full day with Gene.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gene Rivers, man. That
Yeah.
guy's
And he was just, again,
unbelievable.
that was one of the things when we left the breakout session in California was go back to the basics.
Yes.
Pick up the phone
Mm-hmm.
and talk to people.
Right.
And so because we've done all of this training this year, it really felt full circle
Right.
to go back in September and hear him say it again.
Huh.
Pick up the phone. Conversations, contacts.
That's
And
it.
now with all of this training that we've implemented for the 2023 year, to hear Gene say it then, to hear him say it now, I really think it's a reminder to just pick up the phone and talk to people.
Right.
And then Jason Abrams.
We found out afterwards, like then they dropped that bomb on all of us. A Jason Abrams.
Yeah. This is
Was,
a big
in
deal.
my opinion, one of the best speakers I've ever heard within Keller Williams, even across the board. Just the way he delivers and explains things. It's so hilarious. He had a HGTV show for a few seasons. It was one of the
Scoring the
top
deal.
scoring the deal, helping athletes buy their
Yeah.
homes.
And
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that. I won't lie. You knew that I wasn't the biggest Jason. Sorry, Jason, if you're listening. I wasn't the biggest Jason Abrams fan. I was like, yeah, he's okay. Like he's kind of got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And then I saw him talk in person, and I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I would, yeah, drinking the Kool-Aid.
Unbelievable.
He was incredible.
But a lot of the things he's just how he spoke to us for 2.5 hours.
Do you have a big takeaway? Like was there one takeaway from Jason that you can bring to your day to day that resonated with you?
There's so much on there, but I think a large one was find what you love to do and what you're good at,
That was
and
my
really focus
answer.
on that.
Say it again.
Find what you love to do and what you're good at, and really focus on that.
Yeah, that was mine too.
And that's it's we like to host events. Our personalities like to
Talking to microphones.
talking to
That's what I'm
microphones.
saying.
That's just who we are, and everybody's just we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just enhancing it. I keep going back to that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I kind of thought about it, kind of that way. I'm gonna throw spinners on my wheel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shine it all up.
I'm gonna
21-inch chrome.
fancy icing on my cake.
Yeah, fancy icing on the cake. But it's just like find what you love, because it's easy to do things like a podcast for us, have conversations. It's
Right.
easy because we love to host events.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do more of it.
We love to share who we are with people.
Right.
And so that's why this doesn't feel difficult to us.
Right.
And so this is something that we love. This is something that
Mhm.
we're excited about. This is something we can be creative about.
That's right.
And so that's why it's fun for us to try and incorporate. How do we do lead gen? We talked about this in episode 1.
Right.
This is a way for us to do some lead gen in a creative way, because this is what we love to do.
Right.
And so that was a huge takeaway for me from Jason.
It is. It is. And it makes it so much more of a fulfilling career.
Yeah.
When you're incorporating what you love to do so much.
Yeah.
And things like Agent of Excellence, and things like the podcast, and things like hosting the first time home buyer events. We did the first time home buyers event, and
Mm-hmm.
all those things that we love so much,
Mm-hmm.
we share with everybody.
Right.
And people know that it's genuine, and people know that it's that they can only expect the most exciting presentation, intentional presentation,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's not forced. This is just who we are, and what we love to do, and that's why that's why we're doing this. We did the 3-part get to know us podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and through this journey of putting out content, you all will really get to know us even if you're a listener, not even from here, and we may never have the opportunity to meet.
Mm.
I mean, how awesome is it going to be like, I listen to that. There's a lot of validity in what they're saying. There's a lot of similarities to me and my personality. I feel like I know them,
Yeah.
like I'm friends with them,
Yeah.
and that's what we want to achieve through this. And hopefully, we're learning a lot of stuff along the way. We inspire people along the way and
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to
pay
have
it forward.
Monica on at some point to talk
Yeah,
about Agent of Excellence maybe one day.
Monica, we're gonna have you on, okay?
Yeah. We'll zoom
Just
you
putting
in.
it out. We're
Yeah.
gonna
You
zoom
know
you
what? Let's
in.
go to Colorado.
Let's go to Colorado.
Let's go to
Let's go to
Colorado.
got points.
We'll do. Well, yeah, you
Yeah,
do. We'll
yeah.
do a
Aspen.
podcast
I don't ski very
on
well.
the
What is
road.
it?
Like a
Podcast on the road.
yeah.
See the new office, the KW Aspire
That's what I'm
office.
saying. Yeah. We'll just write it off.
There you go. There you go.
Well, okay. Well, is there anything that you feel like you need to like focus more on for your training, or something new that like a new opportunity that you'd like to see moving forward in 2024?
There's so much training that one can take.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that one can involve themselves in. Colin Bradford has said before, training without implementation is just entertainment.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? Which
Yeah.
is so funny, but it's so true. Training without implementation
Mm-hmm.
is just entertainment, because it's not going to serve you or your business or even yourself or your business positively in any way if all
Mm-hmm.
you're doing is you're attending to stuff you don't apply any of it.
Right. It's
Right?
true. Yeah. No.
Right? I can go to basketball clinics, football clinics, everything else like this to learn how to run routes better and throw the ball better or jump higher and all these things. But if I don't actually try and practice it,
Yeah.
then what was all that for?
It's true.
So going back to your question, if you have any, is there anything in the future going forward? I think training and education after a year like we've had is a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
We continue to better ourselves.
Yeah.
Um, you know, there's a lot of training to take. Keller Williams has tons and tons and tons of training, um, exciting training to kind of go through. But really, it's just, you want to be able to pick and choose, like we did with our breakout sessions at Family Reunion, what
Mm-hmm.
speak to us the most for the year, for the 2024 year.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to go to a little bit more of a smaller version of Family Reunion, which they always have in August in Austin, Texas, called Mega Camp,
Right.
because I've heard nothing but amazing things about Mega Camp. And, just the excitement level, the power of the presentations,
Yeah.
and that excites me so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's so exciting. So Mega Camp is definitely one on my radar that I'd love to attend.
That's
I would
awesome.
love to do a, Making Magic reboot, if they do any, kind of like meetups
Yeah.
for Agent of Excellence.
Yeah.
If anything is in the fall part of the year. The thing about the Making Magic reboot, which makes it tough, is that Family Reunion is also in February.
I know.
So you have that, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like, I mean, I gotta,
I know.
leave my kids to do this, twice over in the same month. So it's tough.
Yeah.
Having Family Reunion in February, having Mega Camp in August, sprinkle some training in between.
Mm-hmm.
If we're able to do some sort of a meetup or something like that, kind of at the end of the year, then that's a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
more feasible. But
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
what about yourself? What are you thinking for 2024 for training and educational opportunities?
Um, I don't even know if such an opportunity exists. I mean, obviously, family reunion at the end of February. I feel like family reunion, is kind of a non-negotiable, like you said. If I'm able to go, I will go. Just because it lights that fire under you and kind of propels you for the year. And I think the proof is in the pudding for us, you know, after the year we've had.
Right.
But I
Right.
would really like to find time or the ability to hone in on like, confidence in like listing presentation skills.
Mm.
Like build a listing presentation
Right.
and get the scripts and the systems and the models to confidently portray myself for listing presentations because I'm again confident with buyers and buyer consultations. And not that I'm not confident with listings, but just going out and asking for the business with the same level of confidence that I have with the buyers.
Right.
So
And I think that you have a very, very natural ability to pick that stuff up very quick. I've told you many times before just how you talk and articulate it connects your clients very easily to you as a person, and they know who is going to help them and have their back through the whole transaction, through the whole journey, and afterwards as well, which is so fantastic. So I think that picking up the what to say and how to say and marrying that with your personality will carry you so far into being a listing agent.
Thanks.
And so well-rounded with being a listing agent and a buyer's agent at the same time as well, because it's really just us presenting our personality,
Right.
and our personalities in front of our clients. So if there was any other person to work with,
Right.
there's no question.
Right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's exciting.
It is.
It feels, and I mean, I never really enjoyed school, like when I was younger.
I was never good at it.
Well, me neither.
Shout out to my my band teacher, John Ramsey. We're friends on Facebook, and I love seeing what you're doing in the French horn community. You're always killing it in the Philharmonic Orchestra and all those things that you do. Oh, he's fantastic. But yeah, no, he single-handedly, literally saved my my high school year.
Amazing.
Well, just any work that I did in there, so I wasn't really that good in school. So,
But that's why it's extra exciting to find an opportunity to like learn and to implement it and to be good at it.
right,
It's exciting.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
This was really good. It's obviously a very, very important episode to us. 6 really, really big opportunities for us this year to make us better agents, better business owners,
Yeah.
and just better people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I think we're just literally living proof. We are sitting in our office on the couch recording our podcast
Right.
10 months after we came back and said, let's just start showing up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Do what you love.
Do what you love, and the rest will fall into place.
The rest will fall into place. Do what you love. Do it well.
Yeah.
Do it with absolute intention, laser focus.
Yeah.
And, it's a cliche way to say, do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
It's
We
true.
already love the real estate industry. So now
Right.
we're enhancing the cake.
Fancy icing.
Fancy icing.
Putting the rims on the cake.
Let's not. No.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Okay.
All
See you
right.
next.
Have a good
Yeah.
time. We'll see you
Enjoy
next
the
week.
episodes.
Yeah.
Episode 4 when we get around to it. But yeah, no, expect the consistency of this, because this is exciting for us.
Yeah.
And hopefully
We're
exciting
having
for you.
fun.
Okay.
Awesome. Until next time.
Till next time.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.